This is such a big tip. If I put this in the thumbnail, the icing on the cake. So I feel like that's probably like my biggest tip. The reason why I want to make this video is because I want to keep track of what goals I hit at certain dates. Not so long ago I hit 1K, and I felt like me hitting 1K, I already have a good amount of tips. Okay, so for tip number 1 is make your thumbnail first so you're not burnt out after editing, and throw something together. This is what I struggled with, was like I did things like, I guess, chronological order. Think of the video idea, get the video filmed, edit, and then thumbnail, and I realized that process didn't work for me. Once I started getting thumbnails out of the way first to get myself excited for the filming process, and also so that I can like visually see, if I put this in the thumbnail, that's kind of like what I want the video to have. Ask yourself, if you would watch your video, do you like the pacing of the video? You're editing your video, before you export it, get bored and you're like skipping to like other parts to like speed up or finish the editing process. Why would you think that if you're skipping it, other people wouldn't skip it? If I can't enjoy the raw footage, then what's the point of putting extra details? Like, the editing should be the icing on the cake. It shouldn't be what makes the video. Putting out content, you're trading for their time, and time equals money, and money equals time. So why would they spend more than a second or a dime? Ask yourself that question. Another one is to binge watch YouTubers, and when I say binge watching, I mean like, yes, for entertainment purposes, but also why do you enjoy those YouTubers? How do they edit their videos? How do they pace their videos? You have to go into it kind of obsessively. You don't need to know everything before getting started. These are the things that I wish I would have known. You don't need a camera. Really, if you have an iPhone, I have an iPhone 14 Pro. If I had this phone before I got my camera, I wouldn't have invested in a camera. Starting off YouTube, I didn't have any technical advice. Importing your footage. Don't just drag it from your Finder. This is such a big tip. This was like the biggest thing. Like, I would edit on my computer. I have a MacBook Air. I also would have gotten a MacBook Pro. With all the footage that I would import from my Finder, instead of importing like a whole folder through Final Cut, my computer would crash. I would lose footage. It was so bad. If you're gonna get anything from this video, and if it's gonna be one thing, I'm gonna say import your footage. Import your footage to Final Cut Pro. Don't just drag it from your Finder. To use B-roll. If you don't know what it is, when you are talking and then some other montage is going around. B-roll, I think, is very important. It's not something that I took serious in the beginning. When I did started like taking serious, I noticed that my retention boosted up using it at the right time. So like, when you feel like you're talking too much in a clip, add some B-roll. This video is going to be edited very different from my other vlogs. In this video, there's not going to be any B-roll. B-roll, 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 B-roll. This is a new manga that I got. So excited. I thought they weren't in stock, but they were, and this was the last one. So B-roll, 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 B-roll. Okay, another thing that I have on here is mix of content that you want to do and mix of what is searchable. Upon starting off, I was like, I wasn't trying to blow up. I was just like, as long as I do a lot of the videos that I want to do, like, it would be fine. But I was just starting off doing videos that I wanted to do, and the videos that I wanted to do, not a lot of the times people were looking up, so it made my content not searchable. So I would say, when trying to hit your first 1K, I would say do half of it searchable YouTube terms, but also content that you would like still want to do, and then have the other one just be like, you know, full on creative mode, full on just you. And it's not to say like you're taking one away, it just means that like, look what's searchable, and then look, even though it's searchable, like, have it still apply to you. Trying different editing styles starting off. I didn't find my editing style like that. I feel like I went through a lot of phases in my channel. For me, sometimes the way that I think it is like, depending on the video is depending on the editing style. But I felt like vlogs would have a different editing style. Like, just keeping all of that into consideration, that it could be different for every video. Blowing up pictures on the thumbnail, adding details, catch attention, using big text and bright colors for thumbnail, less is more. Try to not put the same title on thumbnail as in title of video. Should expand on the idea. So that's literally how I wrote it down. I kind of just brain spit like the idea onto my phone. One thing that I've learned when it comes to thumbnails is that people like to see, because I know this because it's true for me too, like to make thumbnails where they are close-ups of pictures, because I feel like when a person is scrolling on YouTube, they're not really thinking about what they want to see. You kind of just have to like grab their attention of what they should see. It's not like pictures that are further away that catch attention. It's always pictures that are like blown up. So like my 5 a.m. morning routine video, like my face is like all up in the thumbnail. But just because your thumbnail eats doesn't mean that, you know, your editing style, your video automatically eats too. Like you have to have a good thumbnail and also have a good video. Still keep it cute, still keep it aesthetic. If I were to say my top 3 biggest tips would be blowing up pictures on your thumbnail, having big text, trying different editing styles, and staying consistent. And also if you're editing in Final Cut tip. But other than that, pretty much the end of this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below what tips you guys have. And without further ado, thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye bye.